Hey guys, before this episode starts, just want to give you all some exciting news. Sailing Doodles is going to be at the Caribbean International Boat Show, March 17th through the 19th at Puerto del Rey Marina. So if you want to see us, come to Puerto Rico at Puerto del Rey. It's just south of Fajardo, and come and see us. It's exciting. And also, if you didn't catch it on last episode, Megan's coming back to the boat. So we're all excited about that. She'll be back, I think, in about 2 episodes is when she'll be back on the boat. And so guys, look forward to that. Thanks. After a long 9 days at sea and giving me enough time to go in and clear customs, the dogs sure were glad to get some beach time. Puerto Rico really is a beautiful place, and some of the friendliest people I've ever met. I really mean that. I was amazed by how nice everyone was and helpful they were to me. Homer took me in to get gasoline and took me to customs and all that, so I really appreciate it. And they're watching my dogs over there.
You got some more sponsors.
Yeah. Homer and his family took me to the airport to clear customs. Then he took me to get diesel for my boat. And then they took me back home to their grandparents' house to have a nice home-cooked meal. After 9 days alone, it really was nice to have that camaraderie and a nice home-cooked meal. It was really good, too. Hey, Grandma, thanks for cooking.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you came and shared it with us.
Thank you. Hey. Their family had been in Puerto Rico since World War II when they worked on the boats there at Crasboach Beach, where I met them. So these are just World War II airplanes?
That's my dad. That was his.
That's your dad?
He and his friend sails boat in. That's in Crash Boat.
That's on the
You
bar.
can see the pier.
Wow.
That's
Wow,
his.
that's your dad?
Yep.
That is so cool. All right.
Oh, here comes Travis.
Thank you so much for your hospitality and having me over and everything. You guys are amazing, and you make me feel very welcome and everything. I've seen people for the first time in 9 days. I'm glad I get to see these people. Thank you. All right.
Cheers.
I wish I could have stayed with them longer, but they had me back to the boat by 9 p.m. because the conditions were perfect to motor sail up the coast over to San Juan that night. Well, it's the last leg of my solo trip to San Juan, although I'm not quite solo tonight. We got Rick with us here tonight.
Hey!
Yeah. How are you enjoying your sail?
Hey, it was great. Overnight sail. I was at the beach at Crash Boat in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, and Bobby came up, talked to him on the sailboat. He said he was going to San Juan. Thought I'd join him for a cruise down to San Juan. It's a nice way to make the trip.
Yeah.
Had a great one. Great trip.
Thanks for coming along. It's I was able to get some sleep in the bed actually, than sleeping up here on the deck for once, so it was nice. So, thank you.
You betcha.
All right.
Take care.
The old fort guarding the entrance to San Juan Bay really was impressive. I didn't have a chance to explore it this trip, but I'll get back there in a couple weeks. On my way to meet the girls. They're excited about coming here. I am too. That should be a fun couple weeks with them. We're gonna have a great time.
I'm Evelyn or Evie, and
Penny. Yeah,
for a very long flight.
How long?
27 hours
Wow.
of
So that was like
flying and
31 hours without a bed or anything.
yeah.
Fun. But we're here now, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever spent any time on a sailboat?
No.
Maybe
Not at
like
all.
about half an hour.
Half an hour? Okay.
I went a whale watching for 20 minutes. But
There you go.
It is one time.
There's lots of whales out here. The humpbacks are out there right now, I think. So. The girls had traveled over 30 hours to get there from Australia, so I took them back to the boat so they could settle in and meet the boys. Bribery will get you everywhere.
It does.
they love us now.
Yes, that's it.
They're so cautious when they take it.
Careful, I'd say.
They don't want to bite your fingers, you know. They
Yeah.
bite the hand that feeds them.
They're considerate dogs.
After getting comfortable on the boat, the girls were ready to get some beach time. The water temperature off the coast of Puerto Rico is amazing. It's probably around 78 to 80 degrees, which is perfect for swimming. It's definitely a lot warmer than the girls are used to off the coast of Australia. The Puerto Rican people really are just full of life. These kids were jumping off a bridge right next to downtown as we were walking back to the boat. They were really good sports and were definitely showing off for the camera a little bit. The beard was starting to get a little unruly, so the girls were nice enough to help me trim it when we got back to the boat. Yeah.
Are you worried?
A little bit. She might mess it up. You know how long it took me to grow this?
I think yours is a bit lower than mine.
So I'm asymmetrical is what you're saying. Ventriloquist impressions. What do you think so far?
Of the boat.
Of the boat, the trip, me, the dogs, what? Whatever you want to say.
They're all pretty positive so far.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I'm a bit sus on right now is the toilet. I'm not looking forward to
Yeah, that'll be
to
interesting.
trying to use that.
Yeah.
But like, I'm even excited to use the bed actually. And that's not just because I'm kind of tired or jet lagged, but it's like, I'm just interested in what it's going to be like.
Okay. Alright.
It's all nice and cozy. The dog's pretty chilled. You seem okay.
Thank you.
You seem like you'll be alright.
That night we went out in Old San Juan for a little bit of fun and some drinks. Really good time. Hey, cheers! Thanks guys for coming.
Yeah, I'm having a great time so far. Alcohol. I would drink wine, but never mind.
Wait a minute! Alright, go! Come on!
What can I say? She's good with her tongue.
What is that?
Say it again.
She's good with her tongue.
It was good times all around and we made some new friends. How y'all feeling this morning?
Drunk.
Yeah, still? Did you enjoy dancing the salsa last night?
I was terrified, but it was good.
It was good to watch.
Okay.
I'm surprised by that because it did not feel like I was being
It was very graceful. You weren't being elegant. It was not your.
I didn't compensate for the size of the shots here as
Yes.
compared to the ones in Australia.
They're like doubled.
Well, we did have some jello shots too.
Please don't say jello shots.
Even they were a lot stronger.
Yeah. The girls were anxious to get going, so right after breakfast we set sail. The water was pretty calm in the bay, so I took them up to the bow perch so they could get a nice view of the sail. Although as soon as we left the bay, the water got pretty rough. I probably should have pulled them in a little bit beforehand. But at least it made for some entertaining video, them trying to get back to the cockpit.
I'm braver than you! I love it up there so much.
Yeah, it's very nice, isn't it?
My
You can see here it wasn't too long till Penny was getting some rail time, trying to fight off some seasickness. It was a losing battle, unfortunately. I think Maverick really enjoyed having the extra people on board. It was just more people to pet him. That looks like the face of a happy dog to me. The sea wasn't too terrible that day, but for those that aren't used to sailing, it was definitely pretty rough. Evie fought it off pretty well all day, but even she got some rail time in. So how were the enchiladas?
I can't feel my tongue.
Oh, okay. Because they're too hot or what? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I even toned it down a little.
I liked them.
We had spent the night at Icaicos before getting up early the next morning to head on to Culebra. Although the water gets deep fast, there's definitely plenty of rocks sticking up that can ruin your day if you're not paying attention. It was just a short sail before we made it to Culebra and went to the beach. It says nude beach.
It does.
So,
Yeah, well, I'm waiting.
alright, hey. We had planned on doing some snorkeling, but the visibility was so poor we decided to put it off to another day. Although there was a boat nearby that brought up some cool stuff to look at. So if you like step on it or something, it'll just stab
Kick
you.
it, that'll ruin your day. It'll ruin your day if you kick it.
Yeah.
It already spiked me one time.
Did it? Sunset in Culebra. See if I get it first time. I don't know. Alright, so while she's slaving away in the kitchen, you are lounging.
Yes.
Pretty much sums up how it's all.
This is pretty much how it goes at home as well. Like, I mean, I'll occasionally make an attempt to seem like I'm helping.
But you're not.
This is a lot of fun.
There was pretty much no wind on the way to St. Thomas, so it was a nice and easy motor. You can see there that Maverick is definitely becoming a ladies' man. It's kind of another milestone. You know, the first one was hitting the Bahamas, and it's like, wow, we're finally doing this. And now, getting to the Virgin Islands. It's a good sight to see. It's so much different than the Bahamas, though. I mean, it's just night and day. We made it to Druif Bay, which is on Water Island just off of St. Thomas. It's also known as Honeymoon Beach. So we loaded up the dinghy and headed into shore. An old friend of mine, Baron, is a boat captain on a 120-foot yacht there. I was excited to see him. Cheers, folks. Good to see you, Baron. Definitely Bobby. All right, come on, guys.
I'm totally going for pink.
Are you not going to drink it? Just have a big pansy. Cheers. Baron's boat has a much nicer dinghy, so we all loaded up in that and headed over to his yacht to check it out. Alright, so ladies, where are we right now?
We're on a much better boat than the one we were on before.
That's just mean.
Total upgrade.
Yeah.
So are you saying you would rather spend much more time on this yacht than my yacht?
That depends.
Not at all. Like, you know.
That depends. I mean, the company's pretty good.
Who wants warm showers and comfortable couches and, you know,
Alcohol everywhere.
general working life?
So after some warm showers courtesy of Baron, we all loaded back up on the dinghy and went out for dinner in Charlotte Amalie. The size of some of the boats there in the harbor is simply amazing. I can't even begin to guess how much money this boat's worth, but definitely in the tens if not hundreds of millions. Salute to hanging out in Virgin Islands.
Yeah, Thomas, yeah.
Welcome to the island, folks. Welcome, you Australians. Bobby, great journey from the Bahamas. Well, that's all for this episode, but stay tuned next week as we continue exploring the U.S. Virgin Islands before heading back to Puerto Rico. Please click like and subscribe, and if you really like what you see, consider visiting sailingdoodles.com and becoming a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 per episode, and every little bit helps. Thanks, guys.